variable. California has a lot of light and variable winds, but it looks like the Central Valley, California, do have winds moving into the Sierra Nevadas, and in Southern California, winds are moving to the south, blowing up to 25 miles an hour. Offshore, you have winds that are they're moving down south but parallel to the California coast. So they're blowing around up to 30 to 40 miles an hour offshore, which makes beaches and coastal areas in Northern California have winds that are around 30 miles an hour there. And failed to mention that in beaches of Oregon, they've also moved its winds to the south, moving at around up to 30 miles an hour, but otherwise winds will move to the east. Let's take a look at the Northeast in terms of temperatures. So we got temperatures all across New England and upstate New York and much of Pennsylvania. They're in the 50s to low 60s. And also, that includes the New York City area, New Jersey, and the Mid-Atlantic. You have temperatures that are in the upper 50s to mid to upper 60s. Plus, that's also including West Virginia. In the southeast, you have temperatures in the Carolinas. They are in the 60s and 70s. Georgia has temperatures in the 70s to low 80s. Tennessee has temperatures in the mid 70s to mid 80s. Alabama, Mississippi, temperatures are in the 80s over there, and that plus Louisiana and Arkansas. Florida, they do have temperatures that are in the mid 70s to upper 80s. Then we go to Oklahoma and Texas, where Oklahoma temperatures are in the 80s, but in the Panhandle, parts of Oklahoma and Texas, temperatures are in the upper 60s to mid 70s. But throughout the rest of Texas, temperatures are in the 80s, though Laredo's at 93. Then we go to the Ohio Valley. Temperatures all over the region, they range from the mid 60s to upper 70s. Then in the Great Lakes region, you have Wisconsin and Michigan, where temperatures they're in the low 60s to mid 70s. While for your area, your temperature's at 62 degrees with winds moving to the north at up to 25 miles an hour. And boy, that's some strong lake breeze that you're dealing with, Wild. I mean, considering that you did have some rain earlier today, but now you have clearing skies, but some strong winds. In the northern plains, you do have temperatures in Minnesota. They range from 57 in Walker to 71 in Rochester. Though you have temperatures throughout much of the state, they range from the upper 50s to upper 60s. In both Dakotas, temperatures are in the mid 50s to upper 60s. Hold on a minute. Alright, I'm back. Let's take a look down south along the Missouri River. In Iowa, temperatures are in the 70s. Nebraska, mid 60s to low 70s. Kansas, upper 60s to low 80s. Missouri, temperatures are in the mid 70s to low 80s. In the northern Rockies, let's take a look. In Montana, you got temperatures that range from the low 50s to mid 60s. Idaho has temperatures that are in the 50s to low 60s. In Wyoming, temperatures are in the 50s to low 60s. well. Utah, you get temperatures that are in the 50s to mid 60s. Nevada, temperatures are in the 50s on the northern part of the state, but down south, they end up in the 60s to mid 70s. Colorado, temperatures are in the mid 50s to mid 60s. Throughout the desert southwest, you get temperatures on the northern half of New Mexico. They are in the mid 50s to mid 60s. On the southern half, upper 60s to mid 80s. In the northern half of Arizona, you have temperatures there. They range from 53 in Flagstaff to 71 in Kingman. In the southern part of the state, you get temperatures that are in the mid 70s to mid 80s. California, let's take a look. The beaches, they are in the 60s to mid 70s, so all across the California coast. But you go into Indio, temperatures are at 86 degrees. In the Central Valley, California, though, temperatures range from the upper 60s to low 70s. In the Pacific Northwest, temperatures they're in the upper 50s to low 60s. In Washington State, temperatures range from 48 in Trail to 66 in Walla Walla. But overall, looks like in between, they're in the 50s to low 60s. Let's take a look at gusts. Starting in the northeast, we do have plenty of gusts that are moving up to 40 miles an hour in places like the coastal parts of Maine, New England. It looks like Cape Cod and Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket Island, they do have gusts that are moving up to 50 miles an hour there. But elsewhere, from Rhode Island all the way to the Outer Banks, wind gusts are moving up to 40 miles an hour. In South Florida, gusts are up to 30 miles an hour. In the northern plains and the Great Lakes region, gusts are moving up to 40 miles an hour. But in places like Minnesota and North Dakota, they're moving at around up to 50 miles an hour, maybe a little higher though, as well as parts of Wyoming too and Wisconsin. While for your area, it looks like as though that you'll be dealing with plenty of gusts for a while though. They're moving at around up to 30 to 40 miles an hour in gusts. Looks like it's going to be nice weather for me. A little colder in the morning than today, but a decently sunny and kind of warm in the afternoon. Oh, all right. Well, we'll see about that. I just hope that your weather for tomorrow would stand. In the Northern Rockies and the Cascades, they do have gusts that are around up to 60 to 80 miles an hour in some places, but elsewhere, just up to 30 miles an hour there. In the desert southwest, New Mexico has gusts of up to 30 miles an hour, plus near Las Vegas and outside of LA. And offshore as well, in Olympic National Park too. And Central Texas, can't forget about that. Let's take a look at humidity. So where is the humidity? There is some humidity in parts of Wisconsin and the Cascades of Washington and Oregon, and parts of the Rockies and North Dakota too, but on the north side though. Let's take a look at rainfall accumulation. Might as well just go ahead and advance that to about 24 hours. So, in the next 24 hours, let's see what we got. Okay. In the next 24 hours, we'll be dealing with some rainfall accumulations. It could be as much, let me see. If it ends up actually being that way tomorrow, might be the best time to get that picture. All right. It's going to be nice while. Might be a bit windy though. Oh yeah, definitely. I did point that out actually about the whole windy thing. Oh right, that's for today. But anyway, I hope that you do take great pics of fall foliage in your area, Wild. See, we do have rainfall accumulation that could be as much as up to 2 inches of rain in parts of Michigan, and up to an inch of rain in Wisconsin, all the way down to Iowa, Illinois. While you're not getting anything, though, and that argument does stand for now. But then you go further down south in southern Missouri to northeastern Texas. Could be as much as about 2 to 4 inches of rain in a few areas. And in the northern Rockies, could be as much as about half an inch of rain throughout Montana and parts of Idaho and Wyoming. Though, just to point out to everyone that these are just estimates, it doesn't really mean that they're actual amounts that are going to happen in the next 24 hours. I mean, consult with your local officials just so that those rainfall accumulations, those estimated rainfall accumulations stand, or that it'll end up being a little lower or higher than predicted. Let's see. Another spam bot. Oh, thank you for pointing that out, Wild. Now, let me just take care of business. And boom, it is out of here. Thanks, Wild. Now, let me see. Yeah, let's not forget about this. I mean, the Northern Rockies could get as much as an estimate about up to 6 inches, maybe close to a foot of snow. Well, we'll check that out for the 3-day duration of the total snowfall throughout the U.S. Let's take a look at the upper level maps. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's assume that this is right now. Okay, so what we have here is that we do have a trough over Colorado. It looks slanted in a positive direction now, in terms of like the way it's slanted. And we do have a ridge over the southeast, and we do have an upper level low, which counts as a trough just north of Minnesota, right near you, Wild, and another one. It looks like there's another low to the north of Montana. What does this mean? Okay, so we do have plenty of wet weather to deal with throughout the central part of the country, and the Great Lakes too. But while we've already discussed this, that your wet weather event has passed. Now let's see, in the next 24 hours, we do have a trough. It's going to extend from north of Minnesota all the way down to Texas. 2 ridges will occur on both sides of the southeast and the southwest, which means there's going to be somewhat weather in places like the Mississippi Valley. I'll check that out a while just to see if you're going to get some rain. But so far, it's just some wind. Now let's take a look for Sunday night. Sunday night, trough that extends just north of the Great Lakes region all the way down to places like the southeast. There's another trough, an upper level low just north of Montana, extending downward towards Nevada. And yet there is a flat ridge. It kind of looks funny looking, but there's an upper level high in Texas. What does this mean? There's going to be a rainmaker, plenty of storms to deal with throughout parts of the East Coast, and somewhat weather in the Northern Rockies. And finally, we got 2 upper level lows, which count as troughs, and they're in Minnesota, and another one just over New England. Do you have an upper level high or upper level low? Wait a minute. Yeah, that's an upper level low. That's located off of California. A ridge just over the desert southwest, and another flat, weird looking ridge that's located just over the southeast, though. And yet there's another ridge just over Nevada.